All right, back for another beer review, and today I will be reviewing yet another beer from Urban Artifact, and they're out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and this is the Gadget. So this is another one of their Midwest Fruit Tarts. They're calling this a raspberry and blackberry Midwest Fruit Tart, which is a sour ale that is brewed with blackberries, raspberries, and vanilla beans. Comes in at 7.9% alcohol by volume, 12 IBUs in the time of review. This can is approximately 2 months old. So full disclosure, I've had this one before. I actually had this one when I first picked it up back in mid-September in Cincinnati, Ohio. I actually cracked this one open at my hotel room because it sounded so delicious, and I was like, let's get into it, and I enjoyed it. I believe I gave it a 4 out of 5 on Untapped. I wanted a little bit more sweetness. It, had vanilla beans in it and whatnot. Now on the back, they say this Midwest Fruit Tart has 1,200 pounds of Oregon blackberries and 1,200 pounds of Oregon raspberries and 30 grams of vanilla beans per 30 barrel batch. So a lot of fruit in this one. They say do not age it. A couple months old is fine. But yeah, so we will have to see if I enjoy this one. Now we're about 6 weeks removed from having this one the first time. Let's see if I like it a little bit more, a little bit less, whatever, the same. We'll see. I wanted to give it a proper review though, so here we are. Yeah, so kind of pouring out like I remember it. It looks like there's a ton of fruit in here because there is a ton of fruit in here. So yeah, that has it's straight up purple. Like a really deep, murky, and turbid purple. Like I said, it's unfiltered. You really can't see through it at all. Has about a half finger of this light purple head to it. It's dissipating to a thin film almost as we speak. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get a nose. Wow. So this actually does smell. I can't remember off the top of my head if it smelled sweet and then tasted a little bit more acidic and just fruity as opposed to sweet. But in the nose, I'm getting like creamsicle vibes, like raspberry, blackberry, like we'll just say mixed berry creamsicle. Yeah, that vanilla's there, just super jamminess from both the blackberries and the raspberries. It smells really nice. Has a nice, it feels like it's gonna be tart, not sour. Yeah, that jamminess is nice. It has, like I said, a sweeter vibe to the nose. So I can't remember how the nose was exactly. I just remember the beer itself not being as sweet as I wanted it to be. So the nose is actually smelling fantastic right now. It just smells like a mixed berry creamsicle. If those exist, if they don't, then if they did exist, this is what it smells like. It just smells awesome. Yeah, I want to get into it. Cheers, everybody. So it's a little bit sweeter than I remember, but it still has more of an acidic tartness than a sweetness for me. The vanilla is a little bit more pronounced than I remember. So right front, slight jamminess from the blackberries and the raspberries. The vanilla is there. It's giving me mixed berry creamsicle vibes on the taste too, but not as sweet. Pass through the palate halfway through, the tartness kicks in, the acidity kicks in. And then on the finish, semi-dry, slight residual sweetness, and like a firm tartness. That's what I'm left with. The body on this one at 7.9%, which is approaching imperial territory. Could be imperial depending on how you view it. A lot of people say 7.5%, even 7%. Most people say 8%. I don't know. I usually think, as far as imperial beers go, I feel like once you hit 8%, you're imperial. That's just like my own thing, is like 8% is imperial, regardless of the style. I shouldn't say regardless of style, like an English barley wine, stuff like that, old ales. The body itself, medium, slightly a touch over medium. So 7.9% medium body to a touch over, it's fine. The mouthfeel, I don't think they're using lactose in this one, but I think I would like to see a little lactose to bump up the sweetness, but also just make it a little bit more creamy, because this one has crisp, effervescent, slight smoothness to it, slight softness to it, but more crisp and effervescent for my palate anyway. It's really nice. You get the blackberries, you get the raspberries, like I said, slight jamminess. So what they're kind of advertising on the can, 1,200 pounds of both blackberries, or each, I should say, of blackberries and raspberries, and then the 30 grams of vanilla beans per 30 barrel batch. Yeah, I'm getting all of those. I'm getting blackberries, I'm getting raspberries, I'm getting the vanilla. I just want a little bit more sweetness to this one. I think a little bit more sweetness to this one, and I would love it. It's really easy to drink, 7.9%. Here's the thing. I can't even tell you this is like a skosh over 8, or skosh over 8, that would be kind of stupid, skosh over 6. This drink's like 6.5%, somewhere in that range, like just a touch. So almost 8%, pretty scary. And as you can see, I'm throwing this back. Very refreshing. This would be a great, spring, summertime beer. So why not drink it in the middle of November? Yeah, good beer. Just need a little bit more sweetness. And again, that's a personal preference. Some people might drink this one and be like, the sweetness is fine. I like the balance. And I totally would understand that. But for me, like, use a little bit more lactose or just a little bit more sweetness in general. I think I'd really love this one. So I'm going to give the Gadget from Urban Artifact, similar to what I gave it originally. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I'm going to bump this up slightly to a high 4 out of 5. I'm going to go 4.1 out of 5. I think that's in the range that I'm enjoying it right now. Doesn't quite get to the 4.25. To give the 4.25 more sweetness, a little bit more jamminess on the palate. But a 4.1 out of 5 is a pretty damn good score. And this is one of the better Midwest Fruit Tarts that they have produced that I've had. It's a damn tasty beer, and if you like blackberries or raspberries or vanilla beans or all three, and you live in the Cincinnati, Ohio area, wherever Urban Artifact is distribution, you owe it to yourself to give this one a go. Speaking of which, value and availability. The price point on this one, I don't remember. It was like $3.50 a can. I don't know if they sell these in 6-packs. I don't know if these are 4-packs. You're going to pay a premium for something like this that is using this much fruit, vanilla beans, the whole nine. So if I paid $3 to $4 for this can, I'm okay with it. And I think I did. I think I paid like around low $3 for this can. I'm fine with that. I think that's a good value considering it's 8%. Blackberries, raspberries, vanilla beans, $3 something a can. I'm paying that all day. Availability, I don't know about Urban Artifact. I know they make their way probably throughout Ohio. I think they get some distribution. I know a fellow beer tuber and good friend of mine, Jay, over at This Guy's Thoughts. I'm pretty sure he has had some of the Urban Artifact beers at the time of this review. So he definitely gets them, and I think he's a couple hours away from Cincinnati. So probably gets decent distribution into Ohio, and you probably see this on the other side of the border in Kentucky, probably close by. But yeah, if anybody knows the availability of Urban Artifact outside of the brewery, let me know. I picked this one up at Jungle Gyms in Fairfield, Ohio, which is about 20-25 minutes away from Cincinnati. And they had a bunch of different offerings from them, which is pretty much all the beers I'm reviewing on the channel have come from Jungle Gyms. And yeah, they had a pretty good price. You could buy singles of them, and I was happy about it. So anyway, 4.1 out of 5 for the Gadget from Urban Artifact. If you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it. And I appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Until the next one, cheers.